everyone, it's Rita and today is Wednesday, February 28th. Now, in today's gospel, we have a few things going on. So at the beginning, Jesus tells them, hey, I'm going to be handed over, they're going to kill me, I'm going to rise again. And so he basically tells them the story of salvation. And I find this hilarious that they're so surprised after all these things happen, he dies, and they're like, oh, Jesus is God. And this totally doesn't cross their mind. Like, he told you. He already told you. Right? And it happens with us. It happens at least with me all the time. Jesus tells me something. I'm like, yeah, this is the end of my life. Oh, drama queen. And then he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I already told you you're going to be fine. I already told you you're going to cross over this whole problem. Chill, woman, chill, right? But, as it happens with the disciples, it also happens with us all the time. They were really, really surprised after the fact, and they're like, well, could he really have come from the dead? Even Thomas, or he's like, I won't believe until I touch your wounds. But he had already told them, right? The prequel. So we have this part of the story. And then we have these two disciples that decide to, they're obviously Jesus' entourage, right? And they decide that, well, I want to sit at his right, and I want the other one to sit at his left. And so we have this entire concept of greatness in our mind, in our society, where to be great, you have to be on top. You have to be the one that's seen, or I have to be the one that's seen constantly. But Jesus comes in and he's like, well, that's great and all, but I'm going to flip that. And so he does, and he says, if you want to be the best, you got to serve everyone else. In palaces, you see the king and the queen, and they're up on top. You see the presidents, you see things, you see people in a hierarchical order. But he comes in, this God comes in, and he says, I'm going to become a human. I'm going to humble myself and take on humanity, the form of humanity in incarnation, and I will show you what it means to be a true leader. And to be a true leader, we have to serve others. We have to flip this idea that I have to be constantly on top, I have to be perfect life, perfect selfies, perfect Instagram account. That's great and all, but that's not what it means to be a leader. To be a leader, you have to be the servant to your people, to the group that you're leading. You have to set that example, just like Jesus did when he washed the disciples' feet, just like Jesus did when he tells them, you have to serve. And that's exactly what happened in this story. Let us pray. Dear Jesus, give us the strength to love you without borders and to become servants to everyone that we encounter, not in a way that is demeaning, but in a way that is with grace, much like you did. You did not serve because you were forced to. You served out of love. Give us the same strength and same wisdom that you had, so that we too can show the world your greatness.